Salud mi gente, you boys coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. Muchas gracias. On today's video, we're going to talk about the drive-by incident that happened 2 nights ago, I believe, in Stockton, California. This, of course, does not have to do nothing with the incident that happened this past Saturday that everybody's speaking on, in where multiple people got hit, and sadly, 3 underage people are unalive, and an adult was unalive, my bad. Sad situation. But the crazy thing about this, right, is that yes, it's bringing national attention to Stockton, but Stockton been like that, man. I was told Stockton been like that. I was active with a lot of incidents. I can tell you that in prison you meet a lot of people from Stockton, you know, so you can tell that city has a very high crime rate, you know. Now, the incident that happened 2 nights ago, the drive-by, in where a woman got unalive and a man got hit, does not have to do nothing with this incident, in where, I mean, has national attention. So all the cameras are pointing to Stockton right now, but it has to do a lot with Obdulia Sanchez. For those who don't know, Obdulia Sanchez went viral in 2017 when she was coming, well, I believe she was going from Fresno to Stockton with her sister, who was 14 at the time, and her friend, right? You can see in the video as she's driving, throwing gang signs. Then on the back of the vehicle, you see her sister taking videos with her friend, and they're having a good time, right? Teens. The driver sadly was under the influence, and you don't expect this to happen, but it can happen, right? Driving under the influence, running a live stream, holding the phone, throwing gang signs, not holding the wheel. That's all bad, right? And that's exactly what took place. It was all bad. The vehicle got in an accident, rolled over, and sadly, we lost the life of young Jasmine, who was 1-4 at the time. You know, this was the sister of Obdulia Sanchez. Now, the reason why she went viral right there and then was because she never stopped the stream. The live stream continued going. She was talking. She showed her sister laying down unresponsive. She was telling her sister to wake up. She understood what the consequences of that act was going to cost her, because she said, I know I'm going to go for life in prison, right? But one thing that caught the attention of a lot of people is how she was saying it, without remorse, no emotion. And I'm going to say it right here and then, you know, I have to say it. Everybody is going to have a different reaction to a different event, right? Nobody is the same. Just because she had that reaction, that does not mean that she was not, that incident, that situation was not affecting her. You know, maybe it took a minute. She was in shock, whatever the case might be, right? But trust me, that incident affected her a lot. It would affect me a lot if because of my dumb decisions in life, my sibling lost her life, you know? It would affect me 100%, you know? So I know that affected her. Her family. I mean, look, man, this guy, why is that? Because you're under the influence. But I want you to see this video so you can judge it for yourself. And then we're going to continue with her.
In an instant, tragedy for one family. 2 teen sisters, Jacqueline and Obdulia Sanchez, were in the car along with another girl. The driver, 18-year-old Obdulia, was streaming live video on Instagram when cops say she lost control of the car. We are choosing not to show you the rest.
This is haunting footage of her sister Jacqueline and a friend in the back seat having fun moments before the crash. Sanchez was convicted of vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated and sentenced to 6 years in prison. But she served just a little over 2 years and was released last month.
Have it, you know, she was talking She was expressing herself. And eventually after this event, right? Eventually after this event, she ended up getting sentenced to prison, right? She ended up going to upstate, and she got sentenced to 6 years. 6 years, right? Now, out of those 6 years, she ended up doing just over 2 years, right? So at 18 years old, she goes into prison. Comes out when she's like 20, 21, around that age, right? And it didn't take that long for her to actually get in trouble once again. Now, the crazy thing about this is that you can see the difference from the 18-year-old girl who was a norteña, different attitude to that person that came out of prison. There's a big difference. And now she has her sister's name tatted on her neck, but she does not show no remorse. She does not show like that she care about what happened, right? Felon, caught with a weapon, most likely gonna go back to prison, right? You can tell that this girl was involved in the lifestyle. She was not willing to let go of the lifestyle, regardless of what happened, right? Some people, because of incidents like this about unaliving their own sibling, might have like a life-changing decision right there and then, be like, you know what I'm doing is not right. I think I'm gonna change my lifestyle. I make amends with my life, changing my life way, acting the right way. And that's why some people actually change their life. And instead of living for them, they live for the victim, right? They live for the name of the victim, in honor of the victim. And that's why they behave in a good way, in a good manner, because they want to make an example and make sure that everybody notice their change, right? Which is good. Now, this lady, I'm assuming she ended up going to prison. I couldn't find anything that says that she went to prison, but come on, a felon caught with a weapon, yeah, she's gonna go to prison, right? But just pay attention to her demeanor right here.
Incredibly, on Monday, she was back in court after police say she ran a stop sign, then led them on a chase that ended with her crashing. Police say they found this loaded gun in her car. Dressed in an orange jumpsuit and now sporting a...
So after that, fast forward a few years, 2025, right? She's walking on the streets of Stockton with her boyfriend, with her friend, whatever it is. She is a norteña on the streets, right, of Stockton. Most likely walking on her hood when a vehicle all of a sudden stops right next to them. Without saying nothing, just fires 10, I believe it was 10 shots. Hitting the man, hitting Obdulia Sanchez. Obdulia Sanchez drops to the floor, unresponsive. Vehicle fled the scene. It is crazy, but we have seen the adult life of this young lady, man, and how the lifestyle just took it from everybody, from her family. Now we have a family that lost 2 girls, man, from 2017 all the way to 2025. 2 girls, man. I can only imagine what they're going through. If that was only the 2 girls that they had, I can only imagine what they're going through, man. Sad situation, man. But she could not let go of the lifestyle. And it's okay, man. It's okay. I mean, everybody's going to make their own decisions in life. But trust me in one thing. Those decisions going to bring consequences. You know what I mean? They're going to bring consequences. We only got one life, man. Make sure you make the right decisions in life. Because look at this story. This is a crazy ass story of a girl who caused an accident. Her sister got unalive because of that same accident. She went to prison, came out, was living the lifestyle. And then, 8 years after the incident, she gets unalive. She should be like 26 years old, man. Young, but also involved in gangs, involved in the lifestyle, because she was well involved, you know. If not, she wouldn't get caught with a weapon. You know, she was well involved. Those drive-by shootings don't just happen just because. You know what I mean? People have to be wearing certain colors. They have to be in certain neighborhoods. They have to be known. Like, and people have said, okay, drive-bys in Northern California are common. Whether people would like to point it out or not, they're common. Simple as that. You know what I mean? When it comes down to Central California, Northern California, it's a different type of monster. It's different, you know? That whole thing with the youngsters, with the kids, that's something else. You know what I mean? There's gangs who don't condone that, of course. But there's gangs that don't care about that, especially the Asian gangs. I have seen like incidents. I believe there was a big case in Fresno in where an Asian gang, I think it was called Little Rascals, shot some apartments, hit a pregnant woman, and unalived her and the baby. I came across those guys eventually in prison, man. And trust me, I didn't see no gangster on them at all. You know, maybe that's going to be a different story for a different day, because that case was national news. It came out on those profile things, stuff like that. Like, it was a big thing, right? And those guys were not that person. I mean, they were not that. I mean, you can tell how, man, those guys were timid. They were like not with it, man. You know, but it is crazy how a weapon can change the demeanor of a person. It's like a weapon gives you more balls, you know. But Stockton always been like that. I don't see Stockton changing at any time soon. But what I do see is that there's gonna be some recoil acts, you know. Again, this incident did not have nothing to do with the incident that happened this past Saturday, and where sadly 14 members of a party event got hit, and 4 of them got unalive. So with this being said, we are out to next video. Saludos a todos. Have a wonderful day.